One thing I'd like to talk about because I understand no one's I can't I'm not going to blame you for this, but here's kind of what happens in these podcasts in the comments. Like usually, like for example, Ryan's podcast, he's like, "Go make 200,000." Then people are like, "Great, step one, make $200,000. Thanks for the advice."
I saw
on
that.
this, I can see people saying, "Great, step one, make six figures in California with an MBA." And then you're set
No,
to go.
that's not no, again, it doesn't matter what you make. You have to live on less than you earn. So again, I want to be very clear. I did not come out of this with a great start. I spent every penny we made. I did not know any difference. I was living on the rat race, the hamster wheel, just like everybody else. We consciously, on purpose, audited our expenses and lowered our expenses 50%. Right? And that was not fun.
Because you wanted to do this. You wanted to do real
I needed
estate.
capital. I'm not made of money. Right? I had to save money just like everybody else. And it's not fun. You're going to get plenty of my friends made fun of me. Right? Oh, you're driving a 10-year-old car again. You haven't done this, you haven't done that. No, because I'm playing a different game.
I would run to the lunchroom at my agency, my ad agency, when there was like a meeting in the executive room.
Get the bagels or whatever.
Lunch, and you would just wait for them to leave the room so you could just run over and grab the barbecue or whatever.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, "Oh, Rob, always wanting the free lunch." And I'm like,
Yes.
I'm broke.
Yeah, that's true.
So I got made fun of a lot. And I'm not really bitter about it. It is funny because it is who I am, but I'm always like, well, I guess it worked.
No, yeah. I mean, again, the formula to get wealthy has not changed in hundreds of years. You have to create disposable income. Then disposable income is money you can light on fire and nothing changes. And you can only do three things: increase income, whack expenses, or do both. I mean, it's step one of the wealth formula is remarkably easy, but you can't fight it. You just need it. You can't buy like this whole zero down nonsense that runs around every once in a while. Yeah, it can happen. Yes, I have done it, but it's not an investable strategy for someone who's got no experience and no assets and no balance sheet. It's just not, it's not the thing.
Right.
The good thing is, to your point earlier, the sneaky one rental at a time approach is you only need 3.5%, right? That's all you need.
Yeah. 3.5% to 5% pending, what government or conventional loan you choose.
And again, that's a great approach. The other thing, again, I've known people to do is they've done the live-in flip, right? They buy the ugliest house in the nicest neighborhood at a discount. They spend 2 years remodeling it. And then they sell it after 2 years and they get all that, tax-free money.
Because they don't have short-term cap gains, basically. Right?
Exactly. So there's lots of ways you can do it. But here's the deal, folks. It all takes sacrifice. It all takes work.
It all sucks.
It all sucks. The first 5 years suck. I'm sorry. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. But I can tell you this, having done it for more than 10 years, worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say we've done the live-in flip several times, and the times that I was closest to divorce was when we didn't have a kitchen sink.
Amen. I've done it. Yeah.
No
amen.
kitchen sink is bad news for a household. And
not good.
Washing dishes in your bathtub, we only did that one time. We were like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, not doing that again.
So yeah, I guess what you're saying is you were making a good income, but income is sort of meaningless if your expenses are high.
I know plenty of, I believe me, in the Silicon Valley, that number may seem high, but I was on the lower portion of that.
I lived in LA. I get it. Like same. I did my last job before I quit to be a full-time real estate investor and content creator. I was making 110, and a lot of people are like, "Oh yeah." I'm telling you, I get the comments like, "Step one, make $100,000." I'm like, "Well, it was LA."
Yeah.
I was still doing okay. We were above paycheck to paycheck.
I was paycheck to paycheck. Every penny was spent. No.
I was still not adding like chicken to like my salad at a restaurant, but like I could get.
You got salad. Water instead of a soft drink.
Yeah. Exactly. Or sparkling water. Is the sparkling water free here? Can you get it from the fountain?
Yeah.
So I get it. Yeah. I mean, and in Silicon Valley, it's probably not going to go far, but at the end of the day, if you make 100,000 and your expenses are 90, you make 10,000, and if you make 40,000 and your expenses are 10,000, you make 30,000. You could actually make more money.
That's
right?
It's not how much you make; it's how much you keep, and that's step one. I know plenty of people that never made more than 50 grand that are multimillionaires and living the great life. I mean, have you ever played the board game Cash Flow?
I haven't. No, I just had an event and people were playing it at the bar.
Yeah. So here's the deal with the Cash Flow game. If you ever want to have fun with it, have someone be a doctor and then have someone be a janitor. And the doctor has the highest income and the janitor, I think, has the lowest. You give me the janitor bucket, I will kick your ass 99 times out of 100. It's not about the income. It's about expenses and how much you keep. So just because I made 100 grand doesn't mean crap. If I was spending 100 grand or worse, in the Silicon Valley, you're probably spending 110 grand. So you're going in a hole every month or every year.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it's pretty common. I've kind of had a financial trajectory where the more money that I made, the more money I spent. Only in my recent years have I realized how dumb that is.
Welcome to the rat race. The wheel, and it's really funny. The more income you make, the wheel gets bigger, and it makes it harder to push.
Mm-hmm. It's a very difficult treadmill to get off of every month because you're starting at $0 the next month and you got to make it again and you got all of your expenses and it's really, really hard. And I think it's the same with rentals, man. And it's like, you can have a lot of rentals that kind of work, but if you're not tracking it, at the end of the day, you're like losing money and you're like, how did it, for Airbnb, these Amazon expenses really piled up this month and I wasn't tracking it. And you just, if you don't scrutinize your expenses, it's the easiest way to go out of business. And the number one rule in business is don't run out of money.
Yeah, it's funny. People talk, because again, I have an accounting degree, right? So again, people talk about the balance sheet, they talk about the income statement, but what most people don't realize, the cash flow statement's the most important. That's the lifeblood of a business.
If you ain't got cash, you ain't got a business, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's like oxygen.
Yeah, unless you have a really good credit card, but that's even worse.
That's even worse, yeah.
Hey, by the way, if you liked this conversation, I've got good news for you. There's way more where that came from. If you want to watch the whole thing, click right here.